Hello children, welcome to English Winglish with Kashish. Today we're doing a very nice, simple, easy yet very understanding chapter. Okay, so the chapter's name is Heroes for Today. Who are the heroes for today? Are the heroes only the freedom fighters, or the people who've achieved a lot in life, or rich people, or people with lot of cars, or people who have name in newspapers, or people who've bought cricket teams? Are those only heroes for today? Do you think so? No. Heroes for today are people who've even done small, simple things in life, been good. Now, how will you become a hero? Yes, I will tell you why and how you can become a hero. So maybe you have done something wrong in your life. Okay, maybe you stole something from a shop and then you feel guilty after that. After 2-3 days, what do you feel like? You feel very guilty that why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. So what do? You go back to the shopkeeper and you tell him that day I stole this from you, this is the money for that. That day you become a hero. Yes, you have solved it. You have made your life easy, isn't it? So don't ever feel shy to accept your mistakes and just solve it then and there. So let's see what happens here. This is about the bicycle thief. What did he do here and why did he do it? Let's find out in the chapter. So this is a pre-reading activity given in your textbook. You need not fear the external forces, but you must be true to your consciousness. Consciousness is about you yourself, right? Your soul. Sometimes you yourself don't feel good about something, correct? Don't do it if you don't feel good about doing that. That's giving your consciousness reason to be happy. Find out how a retired soldier makes amendment for a wrong done to someone under compulsion. One day he just did something wrong. He had to do it. He had no other choice. But that wrong made him feel guilty after so many years. And what did he do to get the guilt out of himself? So let's start the chapter now. It was 1944 and Roger Johnson was in trouble. Who's Roger Johnson? The soldier that we're talking about. The 18-year-old American bombardier. Who's a bombardier? He is the one who drops bombs from a bomber. Okay, when they have wars and all that, when an aeroplane goes and the bombs are dropped in that war, the person who is dropping the bomb is called bombardier. He was returning from a 2-day pass in London. He had got a holiday for 2 days and he was coming back. But he was still 30 kilometers from his base in Polebrook. He was still far away from his base from where they had to report. He was still 30 kilometers away, which is really far. How will he reach? It was midnight. It was late in the night, 12 o'clock, and there might be a morning bomb run. And in the morning, they might have to go and do a bomb run. As he hurried along the country road, he realized he'd never make it. He thought that I will never be able to make it by morning. I'm getting very late. Then he saw a rusty bicycle leaning against a fence. What did he see? He saw a bicycle which was leaning against a fence. Now he got an idea. Reassuring himself that he was just borrowing it, he said, I'm just going to take it for some time and then I'm going to keep it back. What is borrowing? You take something from someone for some time, not take it forever and give it back. He climbed on and pedaled off. He climbed on the bicycle and he went off. There was very little chance of my getting it back to the owner, Johnson admits today. Now, when he was taking the bicycle, at that particular point, he was thinking to himself that I may not be able to return it. That he admits. Admits means accepts it later, not when he was starting to ride it. So let's face it. Now let's handle the problem. I stole the bike. I took the bike. I borrowed it, but I did not return it. That means I stole it. He got to base in time for a bombing mission. That was anything but routine. He got to his mission. He achieved. He went on time. Shortly after releasing the bombs, Johnson was informed that 2 were still hung up in their racks. just after he reached on time and he finished his mission also. But shortly after releasing the bombs, when he released the bombs, Johnson was informed that two were still hung up in their racks, that the two bombs were still hung up in the racks. Until they were dislodged, it would be dangerous to continue. Johnson climbed through a hatch and picked his way along a 20-centimeter narrow platform in the open bomb bay. He went on and on with it. He could not even think about anything else. Yes, the thought of stealing the bicycle was troubling him, but at that point, it says that he couldn't do anything. Trying not to look at the ground 8 kilometers below. Then he did not look down below. He said, it's better not to look down. I'll just do my mission. He managed to pry, that means to examine, open the release mechanism holding the bomb, which plummeted through the open bay. That means before they release any bomb from the plane, they have to open it, right? He was successfully able to open and the bomb went down. It went to the correct location. Johnson finished the war. He was able to finish the war. Anything that happens in a war is very risky and dangerous. It's like you are giving your life to it. Every soldier, we should respect them because they keep their life in front of that, isn't it? Covered with medals. Now when he finished the war and he came back, he was covered with medals. So many achievements. But there was one thought lingering in his mind. What was that thought? What was troubling him? Let's find out. He went on to become a successful trauma surgeon after that. After he was the soldier, after he finished doing this war, he became a trauma surgeon. Who is a trauma surgeon? Whenever there is an emergency like a trauma. Trauma is what? Very, very serious critical condition. He went to become a trauma surgeon. This also is very, very difficult task. Okay. A licensed pilot. Who all? From a soldier to a trauma surgeon, to a pilot, and even a law degree. He was able to even get a law degree. He was studying while he was a pilot and a surgeon. Imagine how talented he was. But something continued to nag him, that old broken down bicycle. Now you remember I told you something? There was something in his mind which was troubling him, something that was irritating him. After having so many achievements, he was a lawyer, he was a soldier, he was a surgeon. Still there was something troubling him and he was not able to enjoy his achievements. What do you mean by continued to nag? Worry him, okay? What was worrying him? That old broken down bicycle was worrying him. I was alone in a strange country and the people were so nice to me, he recalls. Now he's thinking about that time that I was alone. People were nice to me. Then I took that bike without returning it. It just wasn't right. He said, everyone was nice to me. I was in a nice place. I took that bicycle and I did not return it. So almost 50 years after the theft, Johnson wanted to give away 100 new bicycles to children of the Polebrook area. Now Polebrook area is the area where he took the bicycle from. He was feeling bad, he was feeling guilty after. Imagine that his guilt was in his heart for 50 years. For 50 years he kept thinking bad about it. Why did I do it? Why did I do it? It's a small thing, forget about it. He didn't want to. He was a good man by heart, true by heart. So it was troubling him. What did he do? He bought 100 bicycles for the children in that area. And that's how he wanted to get rid of that guilt. He wired. What do you mean by wired? Sent a telegram. He sent a telegram to, he sent $19,000 to the Relay Bicycle Company in England before his arrival in Polebrook in May 1992. What did he do? He sent this amount to Relay Bicycle Company so that he could buy the 100 bicycles before he even reached Polebrook. He was astonished by the reception he got. The children honored him with songs. dances and gifts, and the story received worldwide media attention. What happens after this? It's not every day that some people do like this, right? Giving away bicycles to someone. So this thought was really appreciated. The children were so happy. They were singing songs. They gave him so many gifts. They were dancing, and this also attracted media. Everyone was talking about this. It came in newspapers and TVs, and everyone was happy about this achievement. Johnson could only shake his head with amazement. He was amazed, tracing it all back to that dark night during World War II. I guess, he observes, everything happened just the way it was supposed to be. So he was imagining that World War II night when he had stolen that bicycle and gone, but won the war and came back. But he said everything happens according to its time, just when it is supposed to happen. Okay, so here we end this beautiful chapter, The Bicycle Thief. But this bicycle thief ended up giving 100 bicycles to these children and made all of them happy. Isn't that wonderful? Yes. So let's solve some question answers of your textbook, which are on page number 98. Why did Roger steal the bicycle? Roger stole a bicycle to reach his base in time, as he was 30 kilometers away from his base in Polebrook, as he was very late. Question 2. How was Roger able to make amends for his theft of a bicycle? What was he doing for the theft? Roger was able to make amends. Make amends means how was he able to pay back? How was he able to repair his guilt? For his theft of a bicycle by paying $19,000 to the Relay Bicycle Company in England in 1992 before his arrival in Polebrook in order to give away 100 new bicycles to the children of Polebrook area. This is how he got rid of his guilt. These are the only questions that are there in your textbook. We have solved those. Very nice, cute little chapter with a very big meaning. I hope you understood it. If you have a guilt in you, if you're feeling bad about something, get it cleared, get it out of your system as soon as possible. Okay? Charity is the best policy. If you want to feel good, your birthday or your anniversary or Papa Mama's anniversary or any kind of occasion that comes, donate. Make others happy. Then you will be happy. Bye-bye. I sign out here. Kashish, I'll see you soon with another chapter.